Alright, I have been asked if your nail pops off, what could it be? But first, let me say welcome to all my new subscribers. Welcome. I'm Sue, Susie, Susanna, Susan. You choose. That's me. To all my other subscribers been here with me for a minute. Welcome back. I have been asked about if your nail pops up, okay? Now, I have said before, I'm not a professional. This is what works for me. This is what I've been doing for a minute. If it does pop off, you probably didn't dehydrate it. You probably didn't put a primer. You probably didn't file it. So, this is the hydrator. This is the primer. It's an air primer. I also sometimes use the OPI, gelish, not OPI, sorry, gelish pH bond. And I do apologize about my camera. It's just, I've dropped it so many times, my phone, that I try zooming it in and it works when it wants to work. And for now, I do apologize for it. But, so yeah, like I was saying, you have to file it. You have to clean it really good. I'm using my little hand practice. You need to file it so it can adhere to something. And then you got to make sure you clean it very well. When your cuticle area is cleaned well, cuticles are pushed back. There we go. That's what I needed. So, this is what I do. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Not just yet. I am, and I will be going to a nail tech school next week. I'm looking to go to become a nail tech, a professional nail tech. Hopefully, once I get my health situated and I get the all clear from my doctor, I should be doing that. But anyways, getting off the subject, you gotta clean it off, clean the dust. I usually used a brush. Just go like this. I spray it. Now, if you don't have dehydrator or anything like that, I have already made a mix. This is my mix. This is what I've said before. I use 91% isopropyl. If I'm not saying it correctly, I'm sorry. And 100% acetone. So I mix more alcohol than I do acetone. And what that's going to do is going to do the same effect as a dehydrator. Alright? So this is what I use. And it's very cheap. And if you hear me kind of talking kind of weird, I'm trying to reach here on my desk to grab what I need to show you guys. And then this is what I have. You get this at Sally's, which I might need to go buy some tomorrow. But yeah, so if you don't have the dehydrator, don't worry about it. You can make your own. That's what I normally do. So with that being completely said, the other thing I get is my nails break. They break off. Okay, so if your nails break, that's telling me that you do not have enough product on your nail when you're doing it, which causes it to break as well. If you have the longer your nails are, you're gonna want to have a thicker, not like ridiculously thick, like I have it on here. Let me show you. my nail file broke, my e-file, so I have to do everything by hand. But then again, I like my nails sometimes to be thicker, especially when my nails underneath are very, very short. So that way I know my nails are not going to break, they're not going to come off. This is a new set that I just put on the other day. This one, I kind of messed up big time, but it's all good. I'll get it fixed. I just wanted to start making videos for you guys, since I have not been making them like I'm supposed to, and I have promised you guys. So that kind of was put on the back burner since I'll be using mainly this hand. So I've already put the dehydrator, I've already put the primer. You wait for it to dry. You use a base coat, okay? So you can use any base coat, doesn't have to be any, specific one. Whichever ones they work. Put a thin layer of it on. Put it to dry. I usually put mine for a quick 30 seconds. And then while that's drying, I already pre-measured it. This is the dual form that I'll be using. I don't like them because it's very flimsy. But then again, to me, I prefer using either tips or sculpting. That's my preference. When I first started doing my nails, I did use those. So I got the hang of it, and then I was like, all right, let's move on to something else. So that's what I did. Now you do not want to remove the remainder of the tacky layer when it comes off from being cured. I'm going in with the Mobray polygel, neutral pink. And maybe this is the one I should have used before. So I do have sip solution, but in this case I choose to use the alcohol that I showed you guys. Now you want to get all the air bubbles out. That's one thing I will tell you, because you will get air bubbles, and I noticed that with me personally. I don't know if anybody else have had this problem where if I don't let the air out of it, then I will get air bubbles on the polygel. See, like this one has a lot of air bubble. And that's when I closed it, I didn't let all the air out of it, and that's what happens. And I probably put too much, but that's okay. I put a little bit of alcohol on my thing here, on the stick, because that way it makes it a lot easier for the polygel to just slide right off and not have for me not to struggle. Okay, so you want to let all the air out of the brush and whatever alcohol you might have extra. Now, since you have it here, you gotta want a thin area on your cuticles, but then you're gonna want to have some of the product, or mainly most of the product, on your apex area, so your nails do not break off. And I told you this is gonna be a long nail because I put a little bit too much product. You just dab, and you kind of literally just dab it. You can see where there's holes. We'll have a hole. Oh, that did not sound right. Sorry about that. And my big long nails are not helping. You see how there's a little hole right there? Alright. It's an air pocket. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so Took his dinosaur. This is how it looks. And try to flip it around before I poke it. So you want to start from the back. Let me try to get a good hold on this. Oh, jeez. Alright, from the back, you want to press on it lightly. Because if you don't press on it lightly and you press on it too hard, what's going to happen is that your polygel is going to come out through the sides. You're going to mess up on the apex. And you're going to need that apex so it can hold your nail up and support it so you don't break it. Alright, so this is giving me a little bit of a hard time. Going to my trusty file. Not file, but you know what I mean. Alright, I'm just gonna have to roll with it. So as long as you have I like to cure them for 90 seconds. So like I said, remember you want to put a, not really thin, but around your cuticle area. So you don't have so it can kind of look kind of natural. So when it grows out, you have kind of like that even blended area here as it grows out, so it could look still nice and presentable, and that way you do not have any pockets, any lifting or anything like that, so no water or moisture could get through it, so you don't get any kind of fungus or anything in your nails. That's one thing you also have to be careful with. But yeah, I mean, you have to have, you see how here and here on mines are usually, like you could see kind of like the hump over here. That's where I usually do my apex area. I'll start making it from like halfway here to here, so it can support the length of my nails. Like this one is pretty long, and I have it, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it. So it's from here. It's basically where, you know, when you flex your nails and they usually like on the side, it just kind of, you see it bending. Okay, there you go. That's what you're trying to avoid when you put the polygel or any kind of products, because when you push down on it, it's gonna bend here, and you don't want that, because that's when you will get breaking, because you don't have enough material or product there to support that. And that's when you get the breaking. And then I like to just, with this one, I like to go over with some alcohol so it can kind of come out already semi-clean. And just make it easier to pop off. And since it came out so smooth, even the cuticle area, I don't have to do much filing but the free edge. See? You see, I don't know if you can tell, right here, it has like a bump going on. And that's what you want to achieve, so it can hold the nail perfectly fine. This one came out a little bit cattywampus. It's okay, we're gonna figure something out. like I've said to you guys before, I do not like my nails thin. And I know with polygel you can get away with it having it somewhat thin. I personally just don't want to. I do a lot. Haha, sorry. I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of lifting when my back is not out. So I kind of need that support, and hence why my nails, I'm always having them thick. But, so, with that being said, let me just get it painted for you guys. And you know what? This is my favorite color from the polygel from Mobray. I absolutely love it. I'm going to do it underneath. I'm going to cure that. I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds. I'll put a top coat. And I guess I'll stick to US Sugar, so I'm going to use their top coat. And we will be done with this video. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, you know, you can feel free to send me a message, and I will eventually get to your comments. Now, if you see a thumbs up, or I mean a thumbs down on your comments, I do apologize. Like I said, I've dropped my phone so many times that it just has its mind of its own. As long as it doesn't leave you guys any bad comments or anything like that, we're good to go. Alrighty, my beauties. I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds. So if you should have any other questions, and I hope this video was helpful to you guys and to my subscribers that have questioned about the Apex. Haha, if I can't speak today, I don't know what. The Apex, and what does it do, and why do nails pop off or break or lift, is usually because if you didn't clean it out, there's any dust or anything like that. That can also happen. But here's the nail, my beauties. This is the Mobray one. This is what it looks like. And from underneath, which I forgot to put clear coat on that, but that's all good because I can just grab, just grab that, just clean it off. So, yeah. Hope this video was helpful to you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye. Take care.